Hey guys, it's Melanie here. This is my husband Mark. I wanted to jump on today because there's always so many questions surrounding this business and whatnot, and I really wanted to give you guys a little perspective from the husband's point of view. I've been in this style of business now for almost 10 years, but I had a lot of reservations about it and certainly about joining Beautycounter. So I thought if I could bring Mark on, I could kind of give you guys just a little bit of what our journey has been. I think that a lot of times I hear over and over from other people that, oh, my husband's not on board, or he thinks this is just a gimmick, or, different things like that. And so hopefully this will be helpful. And since we are live, feel free, if you have questions, you can post them, and we're an open book. So we're happy to answer anything along the way. But just in starting out, babe, so we've been together since high school, just so you guys know. We've been together a long time, so Mark knows me better than anybody, and certainly knows my fears and my reservations and whatnot. So what did you think when I came to you after, already being in another business, and I came to you and said, hey, I've heard something about this company called Beautycounter, and I just want you to check it out, and what do you think about it? What was your thought about me getting into another business like this?
So every time you think about businesses like this, you automatically think about the stigma that goes along with network marketing and those sorts of things. And people get in, and it's kind of short-lived, and something doesn't work out for whatever reason. The business doesn't have the infrastructure to withhold long-term growth. And typically, it's something at the beginning that doesn't look right or doesn't feel right, and people jump out of it, and it's just they're very short-lived. So those are always the fears, and that was the fear, hearing about this. And so being an entrepreneur myself and a business guy, I like to dive in and look at these businesses. So she tells me about it. It sounds fantastic. The mission, she's describing the mission to me, and it sounds like it makes sense. And so when you hear things like that, when there's a mission behind a company, immediately you think, okay, maybe it's legitimate. So make a long story short, I dove into it for basically us to look into it. And what you do, looking into companies, is you look at, is there a problem, and then is there a solution? And so I start diving into the problem that Beautycounter is trying to solve. And immediately, like the first day or even the first time I was on the website and looking at what the problem is, the problem was so big that it almost seemed impossible that somebody else hadn't jumped on this and tried to, alleviate this problem or solve this problem in the marketplace. So as big as the problem was, and I saw this incredible opportunity to go in and be a company that could lead, because it's just, the no-no list, is that what you call it?
The never list.
The never list. Looking at all these products that are out there, the fact that there's no regulation and that there's, I don't know a company that tries to be, 100% clean. I mean, you hear about organic and that sort of thing, but then you learn about organic isn't necessarily safe and all this. So anyways, I just couldn't believe there wasn't somebody out there doing it. So that was kind of my second task. I established there was a huge problem. Second task was, who else is doing this? What's the competition? And then realized once you look into that, there really wasn't. So I thought, okay, this is a legitimate company. But then, it takes a few months of being inside the company to really understand if there's proper infrastructure, if they've organized it the right way, those, structural things, and you realize, wow, this seems legitimate. And then it's more of, well, let's see what happens, and let's see what happens after 4 or 5 months. And after that, probably 2 or 3 months into it, the marketing assets are great. The comp plan seems to be working out. Their back-end system seems to be working out. The leadership, you look into the leadership, which I did that as well, they're legitimate, and the folks that they have involved and how they're funded, all those things all seem to be there. I mean, I don't mean to go into so much detail, but the reality of it is after 2 or 3 months, she loved it, and I thought it was legitimate. So, I did things to support her and help her get it going and so forth. And so, the first 6 months were incredible, and I was just constantly impressed and still have been. How long have you been doing it now?
It'll be 3 years in September. Yeah.
So that's, I didn't realize it was that long. So I look back at all the successes and how much better even the company has gotten in a lot of different facets. And it's pretty incredible. It's more than legitimate. It's yes, they structure themselves as, there is multi-layer to it in terms of having a team, But if that word didn't exist, I'd look at the structure of this business and think she worked full time as a W-2 for, you know, a Fortune 500 company to see how well it's been structured. So it's pretty incredible.
System set up, yeah.
Yep.
So what would you say to people that are fearful of jumping in? I guess that's, you know, like, to me, it's such a low risk, high reward type of business because it doesn't take a lot to invest. I mean, not many businesses that you can start, as you know, as an entrepreneur, that you can start with next to nothing as an investment. You know, people are always afraid of the stigmas. People are afraid of failing. I think that for me anyways, I always encourage you, like, if you don't try, you'll never know. And so many people sit on the sidelines and are afraid to go after things, even though they feel that stir in their belly or they feel that nudge towards it. They're afraid to go for it because they're afraid of failing. And you know, what we've seen is that you can't gain things, obviously, if you never try, right? You'll just always wonder where you could have gotten.
Look, you started it because you thought you would enjoy it and that it would be fun, and you loved the mission, having been a clinician in the past and wanting to, you know, do something positive in society. So you started to enjoy yourself and, you know, as a stay-at-home mom, and then very quickly you realized there was a business there. But here's the key, is that you obviously have to just, if you give it a try, you're going to see quickly that there's a real process within this company, and you are set up to succeed with the training and the infrastructure, all of those things. It's all there, and you know, especially if you get with someone who has some experience. She's been here for 3 years. There is a process. There, you are set up to be successful, and at the end of the day, you don't have to put in that much time. And I would say after 4, 5, 6 months, we realized this isn't just going to be for fun. This is a second income, which was more than icing on the cake. I didn't think that would be the case. Now, this many years later, it is a second income. But she knows, you know, Melanie, you know the process so well. We know that it's there. When you bring people on and you put them through, it's like getting a job at a corporation and going through the process of onboarding, training, you know, and how to reach out to friends first and then build a network from there. You just have to give it a try. You know, give it 2 months. I would say 2 months is probably enough, you know, more specifically, but I mean, a month to 2 months, and you're going to see. And by month 3, by month 4, you realize I'm really involved in a process here, and I'm not on my own searching, you know, floundering. There's a real process that I'm in the middle of, and you know, I can flourish within that process.
How about how it has differed, because you've seen me now in another company prior to this, so the difference between working for that company and working for this company, how do you...
Well, I just think that overall, to me, it seems like the comp plan's a lot better. It seems to be much more organized. Not that the other one wasn't. I thought that it was. This seems to the processes here seem to be better and easier to follow. It just seems when you're training people and onboarding them that it's smoother. You used to have some issues here and there going back and forth with the folks in customer service. Here, it does seem to be a lot easier, but far and away, what you're selling and what you're doing for society ultimately is at such a higher level than selling, you know, clothing or jewelry. You're doing something for the betterment of people's wellness and health. That's the biggest difference. I think the company's structured better.
Now, what do you think about the products? Because this guy's a big fan.
Huge fan. So it was a process of going through the, you know, kind of the generic stuff first, like the shampoos and whatnot, and being amazed that you only need like a little dime amount of shampoo to have as much lather as you would need to, you know, have, you know, a whole handful of shampoo with the other products.
I wish I could have had you guys in our bathroom when I first started with this company, because I'd give him, he'd be like, let me try this, and he'd be in the shower just going, this is amazing, blah, 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 and I'm like, God, I wish I could record you right now, not in the shower, but it was hilarious, enthusiasm, and... It
was a process of like, try this, you know, of like and constant discovery of wow, this is amazing, and then asking Melanie, why is this better? Why is it
Right.
working so good? And like the thing about the shampoo, only needing a little bit versus a lot to get even a better result, not even
Yeah.
the same result. So starting off there with the shampoo, but then all these other things like the face creams and stuff, and you know, feeling my face after a few days of how soft it is, and it's like, this is amazing. So when you pull out all of the, fillers and toxic things, and you have 100% clean product in
Yeah.
these products, you do notice a difference. And for me to notice it is just because of the experience. It's not like I know the difference
Yeah,
of
he
what
doesn't
any of
know
these
what's
things
going
are, but just seeing that my hair is lathering or that my skin is feeling softer or whatever, and then having to come back and say, what is it? Why is it so much better? And that was the other thing, is that the quality of the product.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this niche where they're cleaner and they're safer, and you kind of corner the market with that niche.
Mm-hmm.
But then for the products to actually be better than other high premium brand products was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're thinking, wow, I had the benefit of a healthy product, but yet it even works better than anything else. That's what I kept saying
Yeah.
at the beginning. I just couldn't believe the quality was so good.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's basically, what we wanted to share with you. If you have husbands who are not, who are concerned, I hear that all the time. Like I said at the beginning, Mark's available if they want to chat with him, or please show them this video. If you guys have any questions and you're watching this in the replay, just feel free to comment below, and I'm happy to get back to you with some answers. But hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Like I said, Mark has been in business for a long time, been an entrepreneur, done many different things, and I certainly wouldn't be as successful as I am today without his support over these last several years. So it is really nice when you have that partner and you have somebody who is supporting what you're doing and seeing the benefit of what you're doing. And like he said, I do feel like it's so different than so many other companies out there, not only that we're mission driven, but that we also first and foremost, we have a great time together. We have an incredible team. We're an incredible company. We just have so much fun. Being able to have fun while you work and still make a huge difference in society is just like the icing on the cake. And to have a comp plan that can support that as well. I haven't seen anything else in the industry. I've been around for a little while, and I just haven't seen anything that's really compared to what we're offering. So jumping in, like I said, it's really low risk. There's so much benefit to gain. And if you don't succeed, or you choose after you're in that it doesn't work out, you haven't lost anything. You have gained some safer products that you're using on your own friends and family and yourself, and maybe sampling out to a few people, but that's it. Like there's really nothing else that you're losing. So I hope that you will consider this opportunity. I hope that you'll share it with other people. If it's not for you, that you'll share it. So, sorry, I'm reading comments. Thank you, Kelly. So anyways, thanks for tuning in today, you guys. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. All right. Thanks, babe.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. Bye, guys.